What's up, folks? Another dad rant coming today from David. That's me, in case you don't know. I'm sure you do. I want to talk a little bit about kids and politics. I've noticed a lot of kids are getting into politics these days, young kids. I saw a situation where we had these guys who were going through the hallway with a Trump sign screaming, "Build that wall," while there were some Hispanic kids in the lunchroom or whatnot, which is a little bit ridiculous. I think it was middle school. I don't even think it was high school, it was middle school. And I saw another incident where this lady threw her kid out of this house basically because he mock voted for Trump in a mock vote, I guess, at school. He voted for Trump. So she went a little crazy and got a little ridiculous and threw him out of the house and recorded it, put it on Facebook, thought it was funny. Him crying, and even his little brother was crying, which was so sad. But all these kids are getting all into politics. Can we just please leave kids out of politics? I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, only thing I knew about politics was Ronald Reagan was president. I loved Ronald Reagan. Now, it turns out, he was the greatest president ever. So, made it easy to look up to my president. But either way, regardless of who it was, I feel like you should just look up to the office itself when you're a kid. You ain't got to know nothing about politics. I mean, like I said, I looked up to Ronald Reagan, but do you think I knew anything about the fact that he didn't want to mention that gays were existed pretty much, and he didn't want to mention the fact that people were dying of AIDS until about 10,000 people died of AIDS. He was, like I mentioned, he was not a fan of the gays. There was that whole Iran Contra deal. I mean, I didn't know all that, nor did I need to know all that. I was a damn kid. Kids don't need to know this. They need to look up to who the president is. They don't have to know the dealings and wheelings of all the craziness that goes on with politics. They'll have plenty enough time to realize that politicians are crooked and crazy and we should not look up to them. But for the time being, can we just have them look up to the president? All these kids getting into politics is just a bad idea. Nothing good's going to come of it. And parents, if you're sitting there and you're screaming one thing and the other with a kid at president like that, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go to school and say that. They're going to do that stuff. Let them be. Let them be kids. Let them go to school and worry about what shirt to wear or this and that. They don't have to worry about who's president. It don't matter. They're nobodies. They're nothing. Nothing. Whoever this president means nothing to them right now. Later, it will mean something. They're not paying taxes. Guess what? That's when you worry about it. When you go write that tax check, that's when you worry about who's president. Until then, let them be. Damn. There's kids in middle school that are talking about who should be president, who shouldn't. Man, but who cares at that age? Worry about basketball. Worry about football. Something. Don't worry about politics. Plenty of time for politics. Parents, don't let your kids talk politics. Plain and simple. Let them know who the president is. Tell them they should respect that he's the president, whether you like it or not, whether it's your guy you voted for or not. They should respect who the president is and respect the office. Other than that, don't tell them nothing. Let them do it. Let them get over it. They don't need to. You won't have stupid incidents like been happen. That's just my 2 cents. Signing off. I don't have a I don't really have a way to end these videos yet. I'm hoping to have a cool slogan or a tagline, but as of now, it's just bye.